The last time I was here, there were still construction fences slash walls, so you couldn't turn left here. You had to go all the way around. So if you were staying in the Frontier Tower, for example, you couldn't turn this way to go to your room. You had to go all the way around. So it's nice that this is open again. Actually addressing the camera. Excuse my hat hair, since I had my hat on this afternoon. I'm back in my car, obviously, and I do have to have the air conditioning blowing because it is definitely warming up outside. The sun decided to greet us with its presence, which is nice, but I was not prepared, as you can tell from my knit cardigan. Sadly, the Mickey gingerbread sold out. It probably sold out probably around the time that I saw it disappear from mobile order, which was when I was getting ready around 11 this morning. So that's disappointing. There are definitely pros and cons with mobile ordering. I'm confused why they decided to do the 3 days for halfway to the holidays on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the middle of the week. I mean, for me right now, I'm not currently working, but I do have other things on my agenda, so it's not like I can just come again tomorrow or Thursday. If I'm booked Thursday, and I have other stuff to do tomorrow, and it takes me a good 40 miles to drive from my house to get to the parks, so that's gas money right there. So not sure why they decided to do this in the middle of the week. And then mobile order. The downside of that is, of course, everybody mobile ordered this morning, and I contemplated when I was putting my makeup on if I should mobile order, but I didn't want to take a chance. Sometimes parking can be monstrous, especially during summer break, and I didn't know how long it would take to get through parking and then security, and I didn't want the window for picking up my mobile order to expire, so I didn't want to take a chance. And it's interesting how you can mobile order when you're not physically in the park. That shouldn't exist unless you are staying at a resort, in my opinion. It is what it is. I'm a magic key holder. I'm very, very privileged to say that. I don't take that lightly. I get to go to the parks at least once a month, if not more. So I am very grateful that I have this opportunity to go to the parks so much, to see what is new, what has changed, to go on new rides as many times as I want, within reason, to see new merchandise, new foods, the seasonal items, which I love. That's what I love documenting in my vlogs. And it's not like the Mickey gingerbread is not going to be here for the holidays anyway, but it just would have been a really nice treat. We've had really overcast weather in Orange County, Southern California, for almost a solid month, at least where I live. It's been overcast for a long time, and I feel like I've had that seasonal depression where I really don't feel motivated to do anything, even things that brought me joy, like editing my videos or doing something with Carl, which is really sad. And so I was wanting to get this gingerbread Mickey to just brighten up my day, but it is what it is. It'll be here in 6 months, and it'll bring me joy during the Christmas holiday season, so it's fine. I was able to walk around, got in some steps, got to see some sunshine, which I haven't seen in a while. The clouds are drifting as we speak, so cloud coverage is starting to come back. Yeah, pros and cons with having a limited time, very limited time treat in the middle of the week during summer break, and they allowed mobile ordering on it, and people could mobile order it not at the resort. That's my opinion. So that was a very, very quick Disney trip. Oh, I brought some leftovers from Trader Sam's. Carl could probably have those. Normally we share the food together, so I ate as much as I could, and then I had to stop. But I had almost 3 glasses of water because I was so thirsty, and I can already feel a headache coming on, so I may or may not need to take my migraine medication, which is unfortunate because I am running low on those. So anyway, I'm going to head to the Spectrum, do my return, and then head home. So here we go. So it's gonna be very loud right now because the show just came out, but this is the only table we were able to find for our lunch. Thankfully got the umbrella because it is very toasty on this Independence Day. Had to take off my ears and put my baseball cap on, but Carl got the pastrami hot dog. I can't remember what exactly it's called, but I think it may have just been a pastrami dog. Yeah, pastrami dog. I can put on the screen, but it's limited time for the Rogers, the musical, that you can only get at Award Wieners in DCA through August 31st, I believe. And I got the Captain Everything dog. It looks a little bit over toasted, just given that some of the seeds are pretty much black. And it comes with a mustard cheese sauce. I'm not a mustard person, but I'll give it a try. And we each got Cokes because it is very toasty. So here we go. So we've got a little less than 10 minutes to go until the last opportunity for the virtual queue for the Rogers the Musical show for the day. So fingers crossed that we can get it. For the most part, when it comes to virtual queues, I've been relatively lucky when it comes to getting them. I feel like the only time I didn't ever get a virtual queue was for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That was when I got into like a backlot group, and that was the day that the ride opened back in January. The day that the 100th anniversary kicked off. So that was a pretty eventful day. A new attraction opens, the 100th anniversary, started. So other than that, I've been thankfully fortunate when it comes to virtual queues. So I'm hoping we can get a virtual queue. That just means we don't have to wait around in the standby queue. I know that this show is going to be playing for at least a month and a half. So eventually we'll see it. It would just be nice to see it today since we are here and it's the 4th of July. So fingers crossed, we got 8 more minutes to go. So we shall see. 3 more minutes. This is where I get really nervous and start shaking.
Oh no, my poor love.
Because it's like you only get 1 shot. Hopefully I don't get copyright strike from the ambiance music from Adventures Campus. And Carl's gonna try to do it on his little device as well. His not smartphone. So we technically have 2 chances. We shall see. Don't distract me, band. I gotta focus. I gotta count my 60 seconds mentally. Don't distract me right now. I can't look at you.
It's okay. We've got a minute and a half.
It's like no one in the area is looking at them because they're too busy looking at their phones. My heart rate is very high. 1 minute. Okay, here we go.
Okay. 10 seconds.
Oh God. Showtime for 4.
Okay. Good.
I like held my breath there.
Good.
God, I'm shaking. Literally shaking. Oh God. Oh, I took a screenshot just in case. It's like pressure. Because I don't want to have to wait in a long queue for something that we should be able to just walk into. But Disney creates the pressure and we buy into it. So we got it for 4. Woo! I'm still shaking. Okay, now I can go to the bathroom. Okay, so we got in for 4 o'clock. Woo! It's got these cute little like robots. I don't know if you can see it. We got in. Woo! Alrighty. Done. Came in here just for the air conditioning.
Hi everybody, it's me, Goofy. We're almost ready to go, so hope you enjoy the show.
Donut.
It's showtime! Now sit back and relax as the Hyperion Theater, in partnership with Stark Industries, presents the world premiere of Rogers the Musical. Now here they are, those sovereigns of swing, those regents of ragtime, those monarchs of melody. Put your hands together for the one, the only, Starcats.
How's it going, Hyperion? We are the Starcats, and we're here to tell you a story. A story about superheroes. Romance, time travel, oh, and Nick Fury sings. Are you ready? Here we go!
I said I want to dance.
Hey, show these ladies some respect.
Big words for a little guy.
Pick on someone your own size.
You know, I can do this all day.
Take a deep breath, Mr. Rogers.
Well, maybe you shouldn't examine me in front of such a beautiful dame. A beautiful woman. An agent. You're not beautiful. Oh, no, you are beautiful.
You have no idea how to talk to a woman, do you?
This is the longest conversation I've had with one. Aww. Women aren't exactly lining up to dance with a guy they might step on.
Maybe you just haven't found the right partner.
Pulse elevating.
Vital rates at 10%. Vital signs are normal. 60.
Steven!
You're something down.
I can do this.
Did it work?
It works.
Agent Carter, when I return, do you want to go on a date with me?
Be careful, Captain.
I think that means you do.
Steve, give me your coordinates. I'll give you a safe landing site.
There's not going to be a safe landing. This thing's
Headed straight for New York with enough explosives to wipe out the entire East Coast. I'm somewhere over the Arctic and I gotta put it down in the ice right away, or a lot of people are gonna die.
Steve! Steve!
Where am I?
You might want to ask, when am I? Hey, Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D., or what you call Strategic Scientific Reserve.
What happened to me?
Well, what's the last thing you remember?
Snow.
Who?
Ice.
Who?
The Arctic.
Brr.
Look, I appreciate all of that, but why am I here?
Easy. There's an idea. To bring together a group of remarkable people to accomplish a task. To be something greater.
What people? What task?
I'm so glad you asked. We'll call them the Avengers, of which you are the first.
The Avengers. I like it. I could do this all. I lost track of time. I could do this all day.
What did you think of the shake while we're waiting for the parade?
The shake was pretty good. The cake could have used more flavor to it. Like, it didn't really have any flavoring other than just being sweet. That's how I felt. But the shake itself was good.
It's definitely something you need to share.
Oh yeah, no. We barely finished it between the two of us.
Yep.
Although the shake part wasn't like ridiculously huge, which was good. I was worried it'd be like too much. Also, there wasn't too much whipped cream.
Yeah, Carl had to eat all of the whipped cream for me, of course.
But it wasn't as bad as like some of the Disney shakes have like, 3 inches of whipped cream on the top of them. And this one just had like a moderate amount of whipped cream.
So we're just waiting about 9 more minutes for Magic Happens.
Yep.
Seen it multiple times, but might as well. And it gives us an opportunity for the milkshake to digest.
Before we try to get on any rides.
I mean, I liked it. It was just a little messy to eat because the cake, which I've already shown clips of it, it was just very precariously put on top of the actual glass. So every time you took like a scoopful of it, some bits fell onto the table and even onto the floor, onto clothing.
I had some accidents.
So you just have to be careful when you're eating it and kind of like be prepared to have stuff fall onto your hand or onto a napkin.
Or ask for another plate.
Yeah. I mean, the presentation looks great. It's just a little difficult to actually eat. Oh, here come some bubbles. I don't know if you can see them on camera. But I really appreciated that they actually used buttercream frosting, which I prefer 100 times over compared to whipped cream. So I thought it was a really good milkshake cake combo. For $22, I mean, we did get the Magic Key discount.
Indeed.
I don't know if it was like the same discount we get in the parks, but at least we had a discount, which is nice.
It wasn't very much.
But at least it was a discount.
Yeah.
I don't know what the total cost was because Carl paid for it, but the original price was $22 for that one shake. So we paid
so we saved 10% for Magic Key.
10%. So better than nothing, but I liked it, and it's always fun to try the seasonal stuff. That's my favorite thing to do. So it was good. I liked it. So, and I think he liked it too. Definitely a different experience in the way back.
It's way, it whips you around way more in the back than it does when you're in the front.
Yeah. So Carl and I were talking about Rogers the Musical, and if we would pay $29 preferred seating to see it now that we've already experienced it for the first time. And Carl, what were you saying?
No, I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's like $29 for priority seating good. If you've already seen it once, I don't know if priority seating is necessary. But if you're only going to see it once, maybe it's worth it. Like some of the numbers, not very interesting. But there were definitely moments that gave me the chills. Like the moment recreating the end of the first Avenger, I was like, ooh, like, you know, weeping and shivering and
I didn't know you were crying for that. But Carl definitely did get emotional, especially for a duet with Steve and his future self.
Yeah, there were parts of it that were fantastic, and other parts of it that were not amazing. I mean, obviously, they set themselves up with a disclaimer literally at the beginning that it's like, well, you got to wrap this all up in 30 minutes.
Or less.
Yeah. It was actually more than that. It was 37 minutes.
Well, they also started late in
They did
true
start
Broadway
late.
fashion.
Yeah.
Theater fashion, I should
True
say.
theater
I've never
fashion.
seen a show on Broadway, so I can't judge Broadway, but I've seen touring Broadway performances, and we've been in shows, so to start on time is
A miracle.
a rare commodity.
Yeah, so obviously it's a show that's hamstrung by its very concept. And I think if they'd chosen like a much smaller scale story to tell, it would have been worked better and been more affecting. But obviously if I cried anyway, that's
I
all
don't
I
know how
cared.
much smaller they can make it though, because they made it based off of the first Avenger.
Well, indeed. Well, but they took the first Avenger and ran him all the way through.
Well, I guess they
You know,
also tried to include some other.
Yeah. So they had Captain America, the first Avenger. They had the Avengers, and they also had parts of the end of.
And Civil War.
Yeah. So you know they jammed a whole lot of stuff in there, but the moments that existed, they had fantastic moments.
Yeah.